Torre, and I am here to discuss with you all my assigned topic, which is the People First Language. So if you're new here, please do subscribe on my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell below for more updates and learning. So without further ado, let's begin to the discussion. So what do you think People First Language is? So, just as the term would imply, this language trend involves putting the person first, not the disability. People First Language emphasize individuality, equality, and dignity of people with disabilities rather than defining them primarily by their disability. It is about showing individuals who have disabilities respect and that these individuals are not defined by their needs or conditions but rather by who they are, not what they have. To use People First Language, simply say the person's name or use a pronoun first. Follow it with appropriate verb and state the name of the disability. Say for example, say person with disabilities rather than disabled person. Say she has autism rather than autistic person. Let's avoid generic labels like people with mental retardation is preferable to mental retarded, emphasizing abilities, not limitations. For instance, he uses a wheelchair is preferable to he is confined to a wheelchair. Avoid euphemisms such as physically challenged, which are regarded as condescending, and avoid real issues that result from disability. Avoid implying illness or suffering. For example, say he had a polio, rather than saying he is a polio victim and has multiple sclerosis. Is preferable to suffer from multiple sclerosis. You may have heard or even said things like, that is disabled person, instead of saying that person is disabled. Without much thought, but such remark is hurtful, especially to children with special needs. We understandably take some time and effort to get used of using People First Language, but that effort is worth it. Speaking and writing this way communicates that you define an individual by their whole person, not their disability. It also conveys that you understand someone that is living with an issue, not that their disability or difference is their whole life. Many disability advocates that using People First Language helps teachers, therapists, parents, and other service providers remember that they are working with a person who has dignity, feelings, and rights. They are not disability or disease. They are people with disability or disease. This shift is subtle but powerful. It is important to note, however, these people with disabilities have their own preference on how they discuss their differences. This may be highly individual or aligned with some consistent preferences among people in certain groups. Using People First Language and applying the guidelines will remind you to have more respectful and accepting attitude towards learners with exceptionalities. The presence of impairments requires them to exert more effort to do things that others like us find quite easy to do. any learner who may turn to you for assistance, beginning with the right attitude, one of the compassion, nor of pity nor ridicule, will make you more effective teacher. One with hands and a heart who can facilitate their learning and adjustments. First language is speaking of the person first, not their condition or needs. So instead of saying, that is a disabled person, try to say, he is a person with disability. Your words or language you are using in conversing with other people with disabilities or special needs, because it may build someone up or break someone down. So, that's all for today. Thank you, and I hope you learned something from this discussion. See you again in my next vlog.